Jonathan Bomba Gonzalez here at Mayweather Boxing Club. What brings you to Las Vegas, man? Tell me a little bit about the latest.
I just came down here to, they call me to spar Joseph Agbeko.
Yeah.
He's fighting with the Cuban guy, Rigondeaux.
Right.
And like I'm left, I'm a fast fighter. And they called me just to help him down here.
How's the work been so far with Agbeko? We've seen you a few times. Tell me a little bit about it.
He's a strong fighter. He's a good fighter. Everybody thinks Rigondeaux is going to knock him out. I don't think that. I think he's doing a wonderful job. I think there's going to be a big surprise December 7th.
Got you. Now, tell me a little bit about your history in boxing. Just kind of introduce yourself to viewers.
I amateur. I did 126 fights. I was world amateur champion in 2008, gold medal. I was a Central American game gold medal. I was a bronze medal in the Pan American Boxing Club, you know.
You from New York or Where are you from originally?
I'm living now in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
I was born in New York.
Okay.
And professional, I'm 13-1, 11 knockouts. I lost against Mexican world ex-champion Giovanni Segura.
Can you tell me about that fight? Like, what did you learn from that fight? How did it go?
Yeah, I learned a lot of things. I learned that with that fight, you can't. Just be ready for anything, no matter what. Nobody's a little fighter in the ring. I prepared very good for that fight. He's just a spirited fighter. He just hit me, and the fight just ended. Got you.
Now, how long have you been living in Puerto Rico?
I was born in New York. I moved to Puerto Rico when I was 12 years old, and right now I'm just living in Puerto Rico right now.
Okay. What's it like? What's training like on the island? Like, how would you describe it?
It's very different from here, from Las Vegas. Right here we train harder. I think that the experience I'm doing here, I'm gonna take it to Puerto Rico and use it there for my future fights.
Gotcha. What do you think of like Puerto Rico? Miguel Cotto, he's had a good resurgence lately with Delvin Rodriguez. What do you think of him maybe facing Canelo?
Cotto's a great fighter. Cotto's one of the bestest fighters in the history of Puerto Rico. I think he is a great fighter against Canelo. He fights Canelo. I think he got big possibilities of winning Canelo. Cotto's a intelligent fighter, and he likes to box. He could box. In the last fight, I saw him a little bit aggressive, but Cotto can't box. I think he boxes Canelo, he can win Canelo.
What about him and Sergio Martinez?
Sergio Martinez is a nice fighter. He's a big fighter. I think Cotto can beat him too because his last fight I didn't like how he fight. I think he received a lot of punches. If he's not punches, he's getting a little bit old for the sport.
Yeah. And
the last fight he didn't do that well, and that's what I think Cotto's have done. In his last two fights, he has done. He fought Mayweather. He did good. And against Austin Shaw, that's another style. And in last fight, he demonstrated he's back in the sport.
Being on island Puerto Rico, do you notice how passionate they are about boxing? Like, do you hear stories of the boxing greats and everything out there?
Yeah, I got good friends from the sport. I got Wilfredo Gomez, Benitez. I knew Camacho. I know a lot of fighters, Ivan Calderon.
How do they look at Felix Trinidad on the island? Because they were crazy about him for a while.
Felix Trinidad right now, I think he's the number one sport. All the sports, he's the number one person. Everybody, you talk about sport, you talk about Felix Trinidad, no matter what sport they're talking about.